Welcome everybody back to this mastermind playthrough of Terraria. In this episode, I mainly do the Goblin Army, King Slime, and Eater Worlds. Now, as you can see, I did a little bit of Eye of Cthulhu fighting off camera because I have the Eye of Cthulhu pet, and it's kind of all I did. Yeah. But anyway, like, I also got fletching wings. Because I got a reputation portion, so I could, get some fletching wings, which were very useful, just because they allow you to fly, which is, well, they're wings, so yeah. But now I skipped through the whole Goblin Army, but it basically, I died a couple times, and nothing really interesting happened. I got a few harpoons, but really, Goblin Army just isn't very interesting of an event, and it's kind of annoying, so I just skipped it for this thing, because it's not really interesting. Now, once it became night, after I just explored a bit, I just did another Eye of Cthulhu fight, which, similar to all the other ones, it's not too interesting, so it's been sped up, so it only takes, like, maybe, like, a little bit. And once the fight was over, I opened the treasure bag, and I just got the casual, just normal stuff. Shield of Cthulhu, seeds, and then the Demonite ore or whatever. Pretty standard. I also got the mask, which I didn't actually wear, because, I don't really like how it looks, but, yeah. Now, I went to the jungle to make some buildings in the jungle, because, just having the one town at spawn just wasn't very good, so I started construction on another base, and I don't know if I really like how it looks. I'll probably change it in a later episode, but, yeah, it took a while to make, and it was kind of annoying because all these jungle bats and, stuff that would just get in the way, but luckily I had my, fletchling or whatever. I had to go back to get wood later, because, I kind of ran out, but other than that, it didn't really take that long, and it was pretty easy to make. Though, I wouldn't say that it is not done. I haven't really added any of the finer details to it, but, it is functional. Now, after, finishing my jungle base, a, slime rain event, started to happen, so, and I knew, in slime rain, if you didn't know, if you kill, or at least I'm pretty sure this is how the event works, if you kill enough slimes, then King Slime will spawn, and, King Slime is just the, actually, very easy boss, and, like, it's definitely the easiest boss in the game, easier than Eye of Cthulhu. So, yeah, I wanted to just get King Slime just done with, because it's very easy, and I didn't want to have to spend the time getting the gold and the rubies to make, a crown to make the summon for Eye of Cthulhu. So it was very nice to get a slime rain, so that I could just get a free, summon. Now, it takes about a whole, like, Terraria day for the Slime Rain event to end, so it's pretty annoying, because Slime Rain isn't difficult, it's just repetitive, because you're just killing slimes. Now, like, if it was just half a day, or once you killed a specific amount, like maybe 200, King Slime would spawn and the event would end. That would be nice, but it's very annoying that it takes like a whole day. Though, I don't know, maybe it is like once you kill a certain amount, and I was just killing them really slow. But anyway, right about here, I finally got King Slime to fight, or King Slime to spawn. So, the King Slime fight is very easy, like I said earlier. And basically, the strategy is just you get on a platform, and then you just stand above him. And even in Master Mode, King Slime is very easy, because really the only difference is that he spawns slimes that have spikes on them, and they're basically just jungle slimes, or ice slimes. But they're just normal blue slimes with spikes, and instead of just summoning blue slimes. So, it's very simple. Nothing really changes in the King Slime fight, because usually you stay away from the slimes that he spawns anyway, in normal mode, so the fight doesn't really even change when you do it in Master Mode, because really, it's just, the slimes are stronger, but you usually don't even fight the slimes. Now here, I started to get beat up by the slimes, which was a mistake, because I lost quite a bit of health. Because the slimes, they do a lot of damage, so the main strategy isn't to try to avoid King Slime, though that is important, it's to try to avoid all of the little slimes. Either you try to dodge them, actively avoid them, or you just try to kill them. Though I think trying to dodge them is better, because you can just deal more damage to the boss, instead of having to deal with killing all the minions. And like, yeah, you'll take a bit of damage here and there, but they don't do enough damage, usually, where you'll actually die. You'll just get your health low. But King Slime is very simple and very easy. So, like, he's definitely the easiest boss in the game, like I stated earlier, but he's just kind of like, he gives you Slimy Saddle, sometimes, and he gives you, in Master Mode or Expert Mode, he gives you something that makes slimes friendly. Though something weird about King Slime is the slimes that he spawns don't get affected by his item. But, yeah. I open it, I go over here and I open the treasure bag after putting the statue down. And I just get some pretty standard stuff. I get the ninja stuff except for the chest plate, which I just sold, I'm pretty sure. Or I might have just trashed it. It's been a while since I recorded this. Since this recording, it's actually like 2 hours long. But, yeah, you can see I'm experimenting with the item, and I can see that the slimes don't affect me. And that's actually how I found out that the spiky slimes do still hurt you, because I got hurt by one of them, like right here, because it was attacking me. But I guess it makes sense that the item shouldn't make you immune to King Slime's summons, because it would just make the fight basically impossible to lose to. So it is good that they are immune to the effect. Otherwise, the fight would just be very easy. Now is on to the main bulk of what this made, what made this recording 2 hours long. The Eater of Worlds. I hate this boss. I fucking hate it with my entire body and soul. This boss, oh my god. I am making every world after this Crimson, because it is just the worst. And if you're wondering how I got a Molten Fury and a few of the summons, is for the Molten Fury, I just like in many attempts. I just used my sword, like grass blade or whatever it's called, and I just started the fight, and then I just swung at him, and some of the things would die. Some of the parts of them would die, and I would get scales. And I used the scales to make a like a demonite or a nightmare pickaxe, and then I used that to get Hellstone, and then I made the Molten Fury. For all the summons, for Eater of Worlds, I just used the inventory editor to get them, because, yeah, I could have gotten them legit, but it's just more annoying and tedious than difficult, so I just gave myself a few hundred, because it actually took me like 100 tries, 100 attempts, and to like beat him, and it was just the worst. Oh yeah, and right before this, what you're seeing, like the 100 attempts before, I didn't have this Molten Fury. But anyway, it was this attempt is when I finally beat my arch nemesis, the worst boss in this game. Well, not worst, but to me, the most difficult. This giant, stupid worm that shoots spit out of his eyes. How do you even do that? How do you shoot spit out of your eyes? Tell me. How do you shoot spit out of your eyes? It's called, like, vile spit. And you shoot it out of eyes. That doesn't work. But, anyway, the main strategy for this boss was, basically just strafing back and forth, because if you do that, then most of the time you'll dodge the spit that he shoots out of fucking eyeballs. But, anyway, you just kind of repeat, and then, eventually he'll just die. And, here, yeah, I kind of rammed into him. The boss jumped up. Well, not jump up, but, I guess he was jumping. But, he kind of jumped up high, and I got hit. But, it was pretty okay since I was still on, like, half HP. But, I made the mistake of splitting him into a bunch of different parts. But, actually, him ramming into you doesn't really matter, since it literally does, like, 0 damage to me. There was, like, no visual change to my health when he rams in, which makes no sense, because if this giant worm rams into you and bites you with his teeth, it should do more damage. It should do, like, maybe, like, 50 damage or something, which is quite a bit, because, like, you only have, like, 400 health or whatever. But instead, it does, like, 2, and then, spit, literally just a ball of saliva that he spits at you, does 50 damage. Even more than 50, actually. But, anyway, near the end, I just kind of YOLO and hit him with the sword, and I finally beat him. I beat, Eater Worlds, and I was very happy. And, I got the scarf, the worm scarf, which is just the standard thing you get, and of course the statue, which I immediately placed with all the other ones. But, anyway, that's kind of it. I did beat him a few more times, and I did get the pet, and I added a extra thing to the house to show off all of the pets, in item frames, but that doesn't really matter. So, that's it. See you in the next one. Make sure to, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitch. The links to those are in the description. And always remember to subscribe if you want, because I just kind of want more people to see my stuff. And the more subscribers that I have, then the more people get to see my stuff. But anyway, I'm going to stop talking now. See ya.